We are live. Good afternoon, buenas tardes a todos. Bienvenido a la sesión de hoy con la Universidad de Bath. Con nosotros la tarde de hoy, we have Vera Kin from the University of Bath, from the admissions and recruitment team. And then we also have, we're very pleased to have with us today, Miguel, who is a student that we supported last year to join the University of Bath. And Miguel has very kindly given up some of his Wednesday evening rather, in the UK to speak to us today and to share his experiences of life in the university and in the city of Bath. So thanks, Miguel, and welcome to both of you. I can see students, people coming into the room, but whilst we're waiting for everyone to join, my video has disappeared. That always happens. Just let me add the video again. There it is. We'll play a short video to give you a bit of an introduction to the university and the city, and just give you a flavour of what Miguel has been experiencing so far in his time at Bath. Let me put the video on and we'll come back to you in a few minutes.
Hi, my name's Eric. I study sports and exercise science. I'm in my 5th year. I'm from Taunton, Somerset. When I first came on the open day, the facilities itself really shone for me. Let's have a look around our beautiful campus. Buses run every 10 minutes during term time, and it's a short journey to the city centre. The lake is a beautiful place in the heart of campus where you can relax and socialise. The library is open 24 hours all year long. It's a great space to study and includes an IT help and service shop. The security team are based here too and are available to help 24/7. The SU is your hub for student life, hosting clubs and societies, and a place where you can get advice and support. Student Services is located opposite the library. You can get money and disability advice or speak to a wellbeing officer about anything that you may need support with. The chaplaincy offers a meeting place and base for university societies representing many faiths. Our chaplains are available for all students to offer counsel, advice, or just a listening ear. We also have a Muslim prayer room on campus too. The medical centre on campus is an NHS practice. You should register within 2 weeks of arriving at the university. The dental centre is also an NHS service. You can register as a patient, but due to high demand, you may have to wait to do this. The Edge is your dedicated space for arts, well-being, creative and social activities. Your sports pass is both your library card and access to our sports training village. Our world-class facilities are based on campus and are open all week. I play football with friends and we rent out the AstroTurf regularly. The Lime Tree. This is a great place to eat on campus, offering pizza, pasta, salads and more. There are over 10 eateries on campus offering different foods from all around the world. Fresh is a supermarket on campus. It will have most of the foods you need and includes a world food section. This is also where our post office on campus is located. The halls of residence are located behind the parade at the back of campus. Undergraduates can choose to live on the campus or in the heart of the city, with the option of accommodation with food and drink credit. We have over 3,500 bedrooms on campus and over 1,100 in the city. Our postgraduate accommodation is located around the centre of Bath, where there are regular buses that run to the university campus. There are several postgraduate packages that you can choose from, covering welcome sessions, cleaning services, eat and drink credits and more too. The best thing about living on campus is having everything on your doorstep. There are environments on campus that suit every need, from the modern teaching and events hubs to the quiet study spaces. 10 West is one of our newest teaching buildings. It's home to our doctoral college, Department of Psychology and the Institute for Policy Research. There is also a postgraduate study space here. We are continually investing in the campus, recently adding a new School of Management building scheduled to open in 2022. The campus has everything that you will need for the perfect university experience, and it is all within walking distance.
Okay, there we are. So that's a nice introduction, I hope, to the University of Bath and all that it offers to students. And now we'll hand over to Vera, and she will start our presentation today. Vera, many thanks for being with us this evening in the UK.
Gracias, David. Thank you for having us today. It's our pleasure to be here and to share the University of Bath information with all the students in Mexico. I hope everyone is keeping well. And today we're gonna share some main information about the university. So I'm going to share the screen with the PowerPoint with everyone now. Just bear with me with 1 second. I hope everyone can see the screen. Can you see the screen, David?
Yeah, good.
Okay, good. So I'm just going to maximize. I hope there's yeah. So thank you for joining us today. So today I will be doing this presentation with Miguel. Miguel is our University of Bath postgraduate student, joined us last year on MSc Data Science with statistics course. And I am from the students recruitment team for the postgraduate. So if you have any question today, please feel free to leave your question in the chat box, and we're gonna answer all your questions hopefully at the end of the presentation. So today the content will be including the following. First, I'm sure you just watched the lovely video which produced by our university recently. So it's you can see it's a beautiful city of Bath. And I'm going to give you more information on the University of Bath, on ranking and our reputation. I'm sure most of you probably would like to know our master's course information and entry requirements. Some of you may be interested in undergraduate information, which I can also give you some information at the end of this presentation. Then there is the main part for our master's scholarships and the funding opportunities for international students, including students from Mexico, from Latin America. And then Miguel will be sharing his experience at Bath, including before he came to Bath, what's his academic background and what did he prepare for his application. And Miguel has won one of our scholarships, which is excellent. So he's gonna share his tips and advice on how to prepare an excellent application for scholarships, especially. Then because he joined in September last year, so it has been quite a few months so far. So he can share about his study and life at Bath with you all today. So please just generate your question, as many as possible, and or shout out to Miguel later on. Then Miguel will be sharing his future plans with us as well, especially under the UK government's recent post-study work visa, which allow our students to have extra years to be working and study in the UK later on after they finish their undergraduate, postgraduate or PhD study. So yeah, so first let's move on to the city information. I don't know how many of you have been to the UK or have been to Bath. So if you have been to Bath, you must have a strong impression about how beautiful Bath city is. And we are located in the southwest of England, as you can see from the map. It's very close to London. If you take train, it's about 80 minutes on train to London. I'm sure most of you, if you fly to from Mexico to UK or to Bath, the airport you will be landed mostly likely will be London Heathrow Airport. So you can have options to take coach directly from Heathrow Airport, which is about 2 hours. Then it will take you directly to the city center of Bath. Then regarding the history and background of the city, I'm sure some of you may have done some research about the city because it's so famous, and it's the UK only UNESCO World Heritage City. And the history can be back to about 2,000 years ago, to Roman period of time. And the picture you can see here is the most famous, what we call the Roman bath. Now it's a museum. I personally have been there for 3 times and it's never been enough. I'm sure Miguel probably have visited Roman bath as well. Have you, Miguel? Have you been to Roman bath?
Yes, I have been there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful architecture, and you can see all the, like those unique architecture back to 2,000 years ago. And also, Bath is one of the safest city in the UK, as well as the University of Bath is the safest university in the UK. So you will be feeling very secure studying and live at Bath. And I give you I'm just showing you some beautiful picture of the city, so you can get a taste of the city of Bath, how it looks like. You can see the architecture is amazing. And this is the famous Bath Abbey. The graduation ceremony, actually, for this year will be held this beautiful abbey. So it's in I think it's between June and July this year. So the student who has missed last year's ceremony, because last year we all know it's COVID, due to COVID, some have moved online. But this year we can do a ceremony in Bath Abbey for last year's graduates and also for this year's graduates. That will be an amazing experience for our graduates. And the building next to the Bath Abbey is the one we just mentioned, the Roman bath. I strongly recommend everyone to visit those beautiful architectures. Then there are a lot of shops scattered in the city of Bath as well. As you can see here, it's called Sally Lam. I've been there once, and they're very famous. It's like a celebrity dinner place. So you can try the most famous. They have the huge bun, famous. That's why they call it Sally Lam buns. Then they have lots of boutique shops. So you can do shopping in the city. It's very convenient. And we also have lots of supermarkets in the city center as well. And also high street brands if you want to do your regular shopping, or if you don't want to go to London during your busy study, you can get everything within the city of Bath. And so the campus of the university is actually located about 1 mile away from the city center. So you can take bus. We have a direct bus, shuttle bus between the city center and the university. It takes about 15 minutes from the city center to the university campus. For the undergraduate students, your accommodation, if you want to apply for the university accommodation, you will be living on campus. For our postgraduate students, like Miguel, he's doing a master's course. So he applied for the university accommodation last year. So he is living now in the city center. Miguel, so you are living at the center of the city, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
So how do you get to the campus? Do you take bus or do you walk when the weather is good?
I can take the bus. The bus station is exactly in front of my accommodation.
Oh, really? That's
yes,
very convenient. Okay.
Yes, and it takes 10 minutes from here.
That's good. And if some students are very sporty, you can also run or you can cycle. We had a conversation with our students because before they came to UK, they were a little bit concerned about the weather. So Miguel, can you tell us something about the weather in the UK? Are they like really windy or raining, or actually it's okay for you during the past few months you survived?
Yes, yes. I don't know if the people who is seeing this they are from Mexico City, but the weather is quite similar. Summer
Ah,
weather in Mexico City. Yes, it rains a little bit in those in that season, and I think that it is not as bad as people could think. Because when I came here, I thought that it will be really rainy every day. It will be really cold but no, it's not. It's cold, of course. It's
yeah.
cold, but
And also, I guess because you came here like in September, and now it's March, it's February. So actually, spring is coming. I just bought a daffodil last week, and it's blossoming now. So in the summertime and springtime is the most beautiful season for the UK weather, and you will be enjoying a lot of the sunshine. So don't worry about the weather. I'm just talking to students in Mexico. I know I've been to Mexico. It's very nice and warm there. But in the UK, we have very clear, like 4 seasons during the 1 year. So that's about weather and about the location of the campus. As we mentioned, there are a lot of museums or galleries in the city of Bath. If you are university students of Bath, you will get free entrance admission to all those attractions and museums. So you can fully utilize your identity of a university students to enjoy the unique culture, unique British culture, and visit as many as possible those museums, galleries. So the next, I think most of you might be interested in knowing about the cost of living, especially in Bath. So there are two main things you may need to bear in mind. For the UK government, they would ask, if you're applying for a university student visa, they would ask you for at least for your program for 9 months. So for the master's program, I think it's about £9,400 in order for you to be able to apply for your student visa. So that's a minimum, fundings you need to prepare for your visa and save in your bank account. But in reality, you may want to know how much cost per month or per year. So we have, generally speaking, here we just give a guideline about £14,000 or equivalent to about $19,000 if you're familiar with dollar per year. That's 12 months. So for some of you like Miguel, he's doing his master course. So for master course, you can do 9 months on campus, like in person in the UK. And while you're doing your dissertation, which is normally during summertime, like from maybe July to September, you can, depending on the course, but most of you can do your dissertation back to your country. So that's why the UKVI government, they require at least 9 months for you to have sufficient funds. In that case, it's roughly about £1,000 per month. If you want £1,000 to £1,100 per month, you can, have the idea that's including your living expense like accommodation, your travel, your food, maybe some stationery you spend on your course. Yeah, but obviously it's also depending on your individual lifestyle. If you have very luxury lifestyle, you want a sports car or you want to travel every weekend, that's another story. But here we just give you a general guidance about, as a standard students, normally we are expecting about £1,000 per month. Some students maybe have lower, like £800. I talked to some students, and they probably focus on studying more rather than like traveling or spending on other things, so they can save quite a lot of money. Yeah, so this is some general information about the cost. Again, there are, apart from those attractions, those beautiful architecture, buildings, museums, galleries, throughout the whole year at Bath, we also have a lot of a wide range of festivals which you can enjoy as well. For example, we have musical festival in the summertime. We have a balloon festival in our next city, Bristol. So, but their balloons always you can say the balloons above the Bath sky, as you can see here. And we have like Jane Austen's festival in September. If you like British literature, I recommend you to join Austen's festival in September, and everyone will be wearing those costumes back to 18th, 19th century. So it will be really unique experience. So yeah, so lots of activities, events for you to experience when you are here. Now you can see an overview of the campus, the university. So as I said, the university is on a little hill, on the top of the little hill, about 1 mile away from the city center of Bath. So the city center is on our top right-hand side. Then you can, like Miguel mentioned, you can take a bus, you can walk, you can cycle, you can run them to the university. On campus, there are a lot of facilities you can use. For example, the library, we open 24/7, and we open throughout the whole year. Even during the Christmas time, it's open. So if you want to prepare for your coursework, for your exam, you can spend time there. I'm sure Miguel have spent a lot of time there, or have you spent lots of time in the restaurant, Miguel?
In both, I balance
both.
too.
Yeah. We have other facilities. I don't know if you have tried our sports village center on the left-hand side. Yeah.
Yes,
so
they have an amazing gym in there.
Yeah. So like Miguel said, we have gyms, we have a swimming pool, we have lots of different courts, badminton court, like running tracks. So yeah, apart from your study, we want you to keep healthy. So please try those facilities as much as possible after your class. And it's free of charge for our students as well. So it's good to join. And on our right-hand side, down the bottom here, you can see the building here. That's our undergraduate accommodation. So if you want to apply for our undergraduate accommodation, we will give you some information later on. Then in the middle of the campus, that's where your lecture rooms or your teaching buildings or laboratories are located. Also on campus, we have supermarkets, we have post office, we have more than 10 restaurants, bars if you would like a little bit drink during the weekend, and we have student union. Also we have more than 160 clubs and societies you can join. For example, Harry Potter Society, or curry if you like the food. I was talking to, I think, David before. If any our Mexican students want to probably organize tacos society or clubs, you can also set up the society by yourself. That would be interesting. And it's not only Mexican students join the specific club, but it's for all students from all over the world, from all the countries around the world. So you can share your experience, your cultural backgrounds. So that would be, and mingle with students from different countries, from different backgrounds. So I think that would be a really good experience. I'm gonna ask Miguel, have you tried to join any clubs yet? I know you're very
Yes,
busy.
yeah, no, thank you. Well, there is a Latin American society.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I
Is
try
that
to
for
attend to.
dancing
Yes,
or for
exactly.
food,
It's for, I think for both.
for
They
everything?
try. Yes, they try to encourage people to try the Latin American culture.
Ah,
There are many
okay.
different countries, Argentina, Venezuela, and so on. So, yes,
Uh-huh.
yes, I've tried. It's
Mm.
amazing.
Yeah, thanks, Miguel, for the information. So, yeah, so our advice will be, because every September, like end of September, beginning of October, is a new term starts. Then when you arrived at the university, I would recommend you to check during our orientation week, or we call it Freshers Week. So lots of our society's clubs, they will have their stands on campus, and you can have a talk with the members there, and you can join on the day as well. So you won't be feel lonely from the very beginning when you arrive at the university. You will find your mates everywhere. Okay, so that's about the general information about the university facilities and the city. So next, we're going to focus on the BOSS, the course, the rankings, reputation of the university, and entry requirements as well. So the reasons for joining the University of Bath, I'm sure, have a lot of good reasons. For example, we have international connections around the world, not only for our students, but also for our partners and employers. And our students will be equipped with relevant or essential employment skills and have real world experience. And before they actually, step into their career path. So you will learn a lot of not only theoretical, but also practical knowledge at the university. In terms of ranking, you might want to know, Bath is always highly ranked in the UK. So as you can see, we are constantly within the national rankings. Those the three major national rankings in the UK. So we are number 8 by The Guardian, number 10 by the Complete University Guide, and number 9 by the Sunday Times. And we are also top 200 university in the world by QS ranking. So we are ranked at 166. So this will give you, idea about how highly we are ranked in the world and nationally. I'm sure when you are going to, find a job in your field, and lots of the companies will be, we're welcoming Bath graduates. We have lots of the graduates working in the, top 500 companies in the world. And I will be sharing with you later, just after this webinar, about some of our students who has, even during their study, has won some placement with some top companies in the world. I will be sharing some information later on. Then about the entry requirements for our master's course. So generally speaking, we will be looking at 2 areas. One is your academic background. Then the second is your English, level of English. So generally speaking, we will be looking at IELTS 6.5 to 7.0. Obviously, this is depending on which course you will be applying to. So to find detailed information, I give you the link here. Also, you can check with Anglo-Latino, David, and his staff later on for specific course, even for master or PhD or undergraduate, you can also find they will give you the relevant link. But here is mainly for the postgraduates. Then also for Mexican students, if we're applying for a master's course, then we will be looking at your background from Mexico. For example, if you're applying for some subjects, like Miguel's subject is data science, so we will be looking at 8 out of 10 for your degree or GPA. Or some programs like engineering, or some other programs, we will be looking at least 7 out of 10. So it's depending on which course you will be applying for. And once you have submitted your application, we are expecting 4 to 6 weeks time to assess your application. I know for some students, sometimes they probably will be applying for scholarships at the same time, and they need an offer as soon as possible from the university to be able to apply for the scholarships. So in that case, I would suggest you to contact the Anglo-Latino Davis team, because they can let us know as soon as possible, and we can ask our admission colleagues to assess your application, under a fast track. So you don't need to wait for 4 to 6 weeks long if you really need an urgent answer from the university. So we can help you to have a fast track for your application. So bear that in mind. Then this link is to give you an example about how to find about the general information on your course. For example, if you want to find out about the data science and statistics, so you can just search, put the course name in the search bar on the university website. Then you can see the course page, like the middle one. Then if you want to find out about the entry requirements, as I said, you can choose the country as Mexico. Yeah, because depending on where your undergraduate degree is from, if you're from Mexico, you can choose Mexico. If from another country like UK or USA, you can choose UK, USA accordingly. So you can see the details like GPA, or some program we may ask more for the relevant background. For example, this one we will be asking you have some relevant experience in programming, or you will be requiring like modules on mathematics or quantitative background, etc. So this just gives you like general information about how to find the entry requirements. Then for some students, they may, in terms of the English language test, they may want to, just take the professional English language course if their IELTS score or TOEFL score haven't achieved our required one. For example, if we are asking for 6.5, if the student only have got 6.0, then they can consider our 5-week professional English course in the summer. For the 5 weeks is from August to September. And if the gap is 1.0 gap, like if you are asked for 6.5 IELTS, but you only got 5.5, then you can take 10 weeks professional course from July to September. And last year we had professional via online, which you can just take in Mexico. But for this year, for this summer, all our professional program will be on campus. So you will be studying our professional language course from July or August in Bath.
Vera, can I interrupt very, very quickly? There's kind of interference. I don't know, it's on one of your microphones. There's like a rubbing sound, so it's making an interference on the
Is that
on the audio.
myself? I thought it's somebody else. Sorry.
It might be. That's gone clearer now. Yeah, just to flagged it in
it
the
might
chat,
be me.
so just I'd mention it.
Yeah, I heard
Okay.
as well. I'm sorry.
There's only you two with the microphone on, as far as I know. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe
Thank you.
it's my. Let me
Carry on.
adjust
Sorry for the interruption.
No, thank you, David, for mentioning that. I hope it's all right now. Yeah. Okay. So now we move on to the scholarship side. I'm sure lots of you will be interested in applying for different scholarships. So from the university side, we are offering a wide range of scholarships to our international students. So you can consider, depending on which program you will be studying. So for example, if you are studying our Faculty of Engineering and Design, Faculty of Science, and Faculty of Humanity and Social Sciences programs, then you will be looking at the two scholarships on the left-hand side, which are called Dean's Award for Academic Excellence Scholarship and Global Leaders. If you are applying for our School of Management course, for example, like finance, accounting, or management related course, so you will be looking at the three scholarships on the right-hand side here. And if you are applying for our MBA program, so you will be looking at our MBA scholarship specifically. We have a range of MBA scholarships. You can check on our website in detail, but it's ranged from £3,000 to 30% of the tuition fees. And one point I want to make here, please do note there will be a deadline for the scholarships. For example, for the above 5 scholarships listed above here, we have application windows, 3 application windows. So one is until January, which has passed, and the second is until April, and the last one is until July. So as long as you have applied for our master's program, and as long as you have received an offer, whether no matter is conditional offer or unconditional offer, you can also apply for the scholarship. So as long as you got the offer from university, no matter what kind of offer, unconditional or conditional, you can apply for the scholarships further. So in that case, I would recommend students to apply for the course as soon as possible, because you don't want to miss the deadline for the scholarships. Remember, we said normally it will take about 4 to 6 weeks for us to consider to give you the course offer. So you have to work backwards about the scholarship. When will be the last day for you to apply for the scholarships? So the deadline is the last one is in July. But the detail, again, you can check on the link we're giving here. And MBA is a different deadline, so you need to check on the MBA webpage. Apart from the university internal scholarships, we also work with local sponsors, like in Mexico, in Colombia, or in Paraguay. We have our partners. So you can also check with our partners, local partners like Conoce of NET or Banco de Mexico in Mexico for different funding opportunities. I'm sure David and his team at Anglo Latino will give you more detailed information on those schemes. Then basically you will get, if you are nominated for the scholarships, you will be giving discount on your tuition fees, depending it's masters or PhDs accordingly. So yeah, just bear in mind, you do have a lot of options in terms of scholarships internally and externally in your country. Then we now move on to what kind of programs we are offering under each faculty or under our School of Management, you may want to know. So currently, the University of Bath have 3 faculties, which you can see here: Faculty of Engineering Design, and Humanities and Social Sciences, and Faculty of Science. And we have 1 School of Management. So under our engineering faculty, there are lots of highly ranked programs. For example, we are ranked number 1 for architecture in the UK, number 2 for mechanical engineering, number 3 for civil engineering. You can also check those rankings on the ranking page. We give the link in our previous slides before. Then under each department, you may want to know, like for detail of the course. So you can see here, we have 4 departments under our Faculty of Engineering Science. So for this year, we have 3 new programs under our mechanical engineering. Those are automotive related programs. And we also just have launched MSc Civil Engineering program as well. So you can start to apply for this one as well. Then, especially for those 4 programs, automotive engineering programs, we are looking for like background with mechanic background, or if you have done your engineering course in your undergraduate degree, so you can check which master's course you will be eligible to applying for, or if you want to find more information, please do let me or David know. We give you more information later on each course. But here is the general information on the background we're looking for those 3 new programs specifically, alongside with our standard programs from last year. And especially for those automotive engineering related programs, the benefits doing those programs at Bath is because we have an institution called Iaps. You can see here, Iaps. This institution is funded by the University of Bath and funded by the local government. And the full name is called the Institute of Advanced Automotive Propulsion Systems, which is a very advanced laboratory, and we're going to open this summer. And in this laboratory or research center, you will be benefit from the most advanced facilities and unique research and technical facilities in this research center. Because nowadays we know we are the industry or the whole world is very much focused on the ultra low and zero carbon vehicles for the future. We just had the climate change conference in Glasgow, recently, isn't it, in November, I guess. So yeah, this research center will be an excellent place for our students to get involved with those research and get involved with the most advanced technologies. And here we outlined some benefits for our MSc students at our Iaps research lab. So you will undertake research projects with our key research focus. You will be taught by our experts, professors in this field, particularly. Then you will have a dedicated director of study to assist you with all academic aspects, including, the following. Like, we also invite industrial guests. We also invite industrial, leaders to give talks, speech to our students in this research center. And if you want to do further, like your PhD research project, and your place will be based in this research center. And so, it's a very good place for the students who are studying on our MSc or PhD engineering, automotive engineering programs especially. Then we are looking at our Faculty of Science, which is Miguel's faculty. His department is the Department of Computer Science, and we have the most popular program under this department. As you can see, we have computer science, data science, and machine learning, if you are interested in AI related. And we also have other 3 departments covering other science fields. So you can look at the details again via the university website. So regarding the popular courses, as you can see here, there are some courses, the one with in yellow color with a star sign there, which we are also offering placement opportunities for our students. So, which means you can do 1 year, 12 months long MSc program for those 3 master's programs, or you can apply for another 12 months placement year. So in total, you will be studying 12 plus 12, 24 months for those 3 programs. So yeah, then you will gain, real work experience with one of our partners, industrial partners, while you're doing your placement year. And especially for our data science master's course, is highly ranked and also is being counted by Forbes, as the top 10 course regarding AI and data science in the UK. So I think, Miguel, you have got a very good choice choosing your subject as a data science and statistics. Then the last faculty is our Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. And we have 6 departments covering a wide range of courses. It's very diverse choice options under the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. I'm not going to go through one by one, but I just gave you some general idea about what kind of courses we're offering under this faculty. For example, if you are interested in doing economics, we have a very good options for economics related programs, and education, especially we used to have a lot of students doing from Mexico or from Latin America doing like international education, like TESOL course, you might want to consider. So yeah, just have a look later on the course page. And also we have health and psychology related programs, social and policy sciences. I think this is also a very popular area for Latin American students, for Mexican students as well. And politics, languages, and international studies is another popular area for our international students. We should have more information via the videos coming out. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks, I will send those videos to David. So if any students want to watch those videos, they can, contact David later on for, those social science related programs. Then regarding our School of Management, we have a very popular management related program, as you can see here. So we have 4 accounting and finance related programs. The top 4: accounting, finance with banking, finance with risk management. This we call the finance suite programs. So for students who want to apply for those 4 programs, we are looking for candidates with relevant background for their undergraduate degree, or if they have done any modules, quantitative modules. Yeah. Then we have 9 specialized master's programs, as you can see, from business analytics to sustainability and management. Yeah, those 9 specialized masters. So we will be looking at different background, which you can check on our course page. But there is one program, MSc Management. This one, we are looking for students without any business or management background. So if you don't have any business or management background, or if you haven't done any undergraduate degree in management or business before, but you want to do in a master's course, you can apply for MSc Management. For those programs, normally we don't ask for any work experience, or your work experience are not more than like 5 years. If you have more than 5 years work experience, we would normally ask you to look at our MBA programs instead. And for some programs, like business, engineering, business management, and sports management, we can consider candidates with or without any work experience. Yeah, as you can see, our business school or our management school also is highly ranked internationally and domestically in the UK. So you can check all the subject rankings via the university website as well. We are ranked 1st for marketing, 3rd for business and management, and 5th for accounting and finance, as well as for our MBA course. We are also highly ranked in the UK and in Europe and in the world as well. So for MBA, we normally are looking for students with at least 4 plus work experience, 4 years plus experience, and management role. Also, we're looking for like English level above 7.0. So another good thing about before you applying for our MBA course, you can send your CV and you can arrange a one-to-one chat with our MBA colleagues. So you can talk to David at Anglo-Latino first, and David and his team will help to arrange those one-to-one chat or CV, pre-screening your CV without any fees before you send your application. So that would be, the best first step for you to consider applying for our MBA course. And in terms of the student satisfaction, we're very proud. The University of Bath is scored the highest in the UK by Guardian last year, even during the COVID time. We have achieved the best in England and second in the UK, by the students. And there are a lot of detailed information about the subject satisfaction rate as well. And 6 of our courses received satisfaction 100% rating. And you can check on other things via the website as well. So I'm sure you will be enjoy your studying at Bath and have a rewarding experience. So hopefully the talk we had so far has give you an overall idea about the university, about the course, about the entry requirements. But I think most importantly, I want to invite Miguel to join our conversation and to share his real experience. Whatever I said, it's from the university, but I want you all to hear from a University of Bath student's voice and his own experience. Hello, Miguel. Hola, Miguel.
Hello, Vera. Thank you very much.
Thank you again for joining us. And really, as I mentioned, we just want you to share your real experience, how things so far you have received at the University of Bath. And actually, shall we go through, like, before you came to Bath, what kind of academic background you had? like your
Yes.
university background?
Yes, thank you very much. With your permission, I would like to answer in Spanish because I don't want to listen.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
I will pretend to just understand whatever you said, and I will agree with it. Okay,
Thank you very much.
In Spanish.
Bueno, a todos que están escuchando, yo estudié actuaría en la Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México. Realmente escogí ciencia de datos porque tiene un excelente sílabus. Creo que tiene absolutamente todo lo que yo necesitaba para empezar. Hablando de la preparación, realmente la parte más complicada es entender qué es lo que tú necesitas, qué es lo que tú quieres. Una vez que tú haces una introspección de lo que tú necesitas, cuáles son tus planes a seguir, todo lo demás es muy, muy sencillo. Realmente yo les aconsejaría que pusieran mucho empeño en su ensayo. Más que, si bien es cierto el tema del inglés es fundamental, pero creo que el ensayo te da bastante, es tu carta de presentación ante ellos y es lo que te va a ayudar para obtener o no tanto la aceptación de la universidad como si acaso alguna beca. En mi caso, yo apliqué para una beca de la universidad. Yo creo que el foco debe ser diferente dependiendo de a quién vayas a solicitar la beca. Si la vas a pedir al gobierno mexicano, por ejemplo, o la vas a pedir con alguna institución de Reino Unido, porque en mi opinión, son cosas diferentes. Cuando apliqué a becas de México, mi foco era, seguí con la misma narrativa para ambos, pero el foco es como que puedes regresar tú de estudiar en el extranjero, y en la Universidad de Bath específicamente hay que dar mucho detalle de por qué escogiste la universidad, ¿no? En mi caso, yo trabajé en una financiera de impacto social, entonces mi proyecto o mi foco era aplicar un algoritmo de inteligencia de máquina para la inclusión financiera de jóvenes que querían estudiar y no podían acceder a un préstamo, por ejemplo. Pero la parte pero para aplicar a las becas de Reino Unido, en mi opinión, yo creo que deberías de ver también qué beneficios tiene el hecho de que ellos te otorguen a ti la beca al tú ser mexicano, ¿no? Por ejemplo, en mi caso, yo creo que tienes que ver cómo ser un buen embajador. ¿A qué me refiero con esto? Cómo tú puedes ayudar a influir en las personas de tu país, o cómo puedes ser tú un puente entre nuestra nación y el Reino Unido. Y finalmente, por ejemplo, en mi caso yo tengo acceso a una sociedad estudiantil en México y gracias a eso esa fue mi narrativa para poder acceder a la beca de la Universidad de Bath. I just told in general.
I understand.
I
I pretend to understand.
Yes.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
I think I heard something like muy bien or buenas. Then that's fine.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you,
I
Miguel.
just said about before coming what I did to prepare for my scholarship.
Yeah. I think the audience may want to know because you have won our great scholarship in full, which is excellent. That's because you are an excellent student, and also you have prepared carefully about your application for the scholarships and for your application for the course. I assume you have given tips about how to prepare for a scholarship application, including like stating the good reason for studying the course you want to apply for. Also, your plan for your study and your plan for your future career. That's I think that's a content. That's information when our department are assessing all the scholarship applications later. So we will be looking for those key information in your scholarships application. So yeah, for audience today, if you are interested in applying for the scholarships, you can, like Miguel probably mentioned, or you can talk to Miguel, talk to David later on including those key information which the university will be looking at into your application form. Okay, so thanks, Miguel, about sharing your experience before you come into Bath. So now you have been in Bath for about more than 5 months. So for the second section, could you tell our audience about how you found about the campus, about the city, and you live in the university accommodation. So do you find, is this convenient for you to, for example, to go shopping, to buy your essential foods in the city? Weather, we talked about weather before, but just like the life in the city and the life on campus, like, do you find it's easy to use all the facilities, like you mentioned, the sports facilities? So could you share that with the audience?
Yes, of course. Yo creo que, como bien ya dijo Vera hace un momento, una de las más grandes ventajas que tienes es que tienes acceso a espacios de estudio como la librería durante 24 horas. Entonces, si tú quieres trabajar horas y horas y horas, puedes irte sin ningún problema. El sistema que tienen está, me parece excelente, porque tienen como una cuenta única registrada a tu usuario, en la que tú puedes acceder desde cualquier computadora en el campus o en cualquiera de sus instalaciones. Puedes acceder a tu cuenta y trabajar desde ahí. Tienen toda tu información, tienes información en la nube que puedes utilizar siempre. Las clases, algo que a mí me ayudó mucho para no perderme de nada, es que las clases las graban. Todas las clases, sean en línea o en persona, las graban. Entonces tienes acceso a una plataforma para revisarlas más adelante. Sí, justo, tienen muchos edificios y muchas actividades deportivas en las que pues tienes acceso, y la verdad es que si es parte de tu programa, si ya viene incluido en tu programa, pues digo que mejor que aprovecharlos. También tienes la oportunidad yo lo que hice fue entrar a clases de inglés. Tienen una parte para que puedas mejorar tu inglés. También tuve la oportunidad de trabajar para la universidad, porque quería, pues, de entrada tener un poco más de ingresos, pero pues también mejorar mi inglés y conocer la cultura laboral del Reino Unido, que es completamente diferente a la que estamos acostumbrados. En cuanto al lugar donde vivo, yo les recomiendo ampliamente que apliquen por una Student Accommodation lo más pronto posible, porque realmente es cara, la ciudad es muy cara. Entonces los precios de la universidad son mejores comparados con los que tú pudieras conseguir por fuera, en mi opinión. Te ayuda mucho y previenes muchos problemas, muchas estafas que podrías llegar a tener. La gente es súper amable aquí en Bath. Yo creo que les va a gustar. No sé si la gente, si alguno de ustedes, yo compararía Bath como un pueblo mágico de México. No sé cómo sería lo más cercano que tenemos. Es bellísimo y les va a encantar.
Okay, thank you. Gracias, Miguel. I can catch a few words. Yeah. I think I heard like supermarket when you mentioned about is that? Oh, as Miguel probably mentioned, he lives in the city center at the university accommodation, and I guess it's quite convenient because there is a supermarket, lots of a supermarket nearby, and you can even find. I think I found tacos in the supermarket, although it's not authentic as Mexican tacos, but you can get some home food there, I'm sure. It's not delicious. It's something different, blended.
Yes, Something that I forgot to say is that there are many restaurants in Bath also.
Yeah.
You also can cook by yourself. But I think that if you are in the campus or if you are in the city center, it's not it doesn't take too long to go to many places, but it's really small compared with Mexican cities. So you can easily go walking, cycling, or even by the bus to everywhere. So it's nice.
It's a very closed community, we would say, because as Miguel mentioned, Bath is not as big as Mexico City, because Mexico City is really, really big. I've been there and I lost, I got lost. But Bath is very small, but very pretty, nice city, nice town, we call, and everyone, easily to see each other, and you can easily, find everything in the city. Thanks, Miguel, about the sharing the experience, for that. And moving to the probably another key content on the course, the lectures. Could you share something about how you find the course you are studying now? Is it difficult, or you are okay, you are coping, or you're doing very well? I'm sure you're doing very well because you are such an intelligent student. That's why you won the scholarships. But how you found the course so far, and how you found, for example, there are different structures of the course, isn't there? Like you do lectures, you do coursework, you do projects, or you have seminars with your classmates, and how you find those mixture of the different form of the of your course.
Thank you very much. Yes. Lo que yo he notado es que es un poco diferente a la manera en la que estamos acostumbrados a estudiar en México. Nosotros estamos un poco más acostumbrados a que nos sentamos y el profesor nos da absolutamente todo. La diferencia que yo veo y que me encantó es que te dan la libertad. Ellos te dan, por supuesto, todas las herramientas y los temas para que tú los desarrolles, y tú puedes tomar la guía que tú necesites. Es muy bueno. Tiene una parte, en mi caso de ciencia de datos y estadística, tiene una parte teórica y una parte práctica. Vas a las lecturas, a las clases, y además tienes laboratorios en los que tú aplicas lo que aprendiste durante las clases. Me parece que está muy bien balanceado. Si tú vienes de un área de físico-matemáticas o de las ingenierías, o tales como ciencia de datos, computación, actuaría en mi caso, no vas a tener problemas para concluirlo exitosamente. Me parece que está muy bien balanceado y todos los profesores están en la mejor disposición de atender tus dudas en todo momento.
Thanks, Miguel. I guess that's a stop. So next one will be how you find the lectures and your classmates. I guess your classmates may be from different countries apart from Mexico. You may meet people from, like, for example, India, the UK, China, Asia, Africa. So how would you find those experience in your class? And maybe in your clubs, societies, or general speaking, how you find people you meet in Bath so far? Are they friendly? Are they very talkative, like me? Or So have you made any new friends? And have you been? I think we probably imagine you probably traveled with them. I think you mentioned to me before you travel with your friends to London. So just that kind of a experience.
Yes, of course. Sí, por supuesto, vas a encontrarte con muchos estudiantes internacionales. Creo que la mayor parte, el 80% de los estudiantes de este programa, en particular en mi caso, son internacionales. India, China, Japón, Turquía, de todos los países que te puedas imaginar. Y mi consejo es que trates de asistir a todos los eventos, bueno, no a todos, pero bueno, en gran mayoría, a los eventos que organiza la universidad al principio, porque es para que tú puedas interactuar con tus compañeros y así conocerlos. Porque la mayoría de los grupos que vi que se hicieron de amigos fueron en esos días. La universidad se preocupa mucho porque no estés solo y la verdad se vuelven tu punto de apoyo una vez que estás aquí. Entonces yo te recomiendo que asistas, que estés abierto. Los mexicanos caemos bien por naturaleza, me gustaría pensar, eh, y te vas a encontrar con muchas culturas y vas a aprender muchísimo.
Classes, Miguel. I heard amigos. Yeah, you have muchas amigos. Yeah, thanks. So I guess you have shared your experience to London or to the city around Bath, to other places. Yeah, or you are planning to visit more places when you have more time later.
Well, I'm sorry. I have to change.
No problem. In Spanish, you can say in Spanish.
Thank you. Don't worry. Thank you very much. Sí, por supuesto. Mi programa en particular es un poco complicado, es un poco pesado, pero claro que vas a tener tiempo libre para salir. Como ya vieron, la ciudad está muy cerca de Bristol, está muy cerca de Londres, está muy cerca de Gales, por ejemplo. E incluso la misma universidad organiza viajes muy baratos, la verdad, muy baratos, para que vayas, por ejemplo, a Cardiff, a Londres, a muchos lugares. Entonces, la verdad, eso es un lugar muy turístico. Bath es un lugar muy turístico. Parte, por ejemplo, un lugar que podría agregar a la lista sería el castillo. Se llama Sham Castle. Esto es muy bonito. Y incluso caminar por cualquiera de las ciudades vas a encontrarte con lugares magníficos. Si eres fan de Harry Potter, por ejemplo, la casa que usaron para los papás de Harry Potter está aquí como a media hora de la ciudad. O también puedes ir a los estudios. Disfruté mucho ir para allá. Si eres fan, vas a encontrar miles de lugares para visitar. Y como dijo Vera, es muy seguro, entonces puedes caminar libremente.
Classes, Miguel. I guess when the weather is getting, warmer in spring and summertime, and you will have more time while you are doing your dissertation, and you can visit. And now it's all fully opened in the UK because the government just announced the lift for the lockdown for for everything. So everything is back to normal. So I hope you will be enjoying more travel. Later in for example, in the summertime when the weather is really nice. Yeah. So I'm sure Miguel have just shared a lot of his experience in Bath. So I hope I believe that will be helpful for all the audience today. And then the last part, we're going to ask Miguel about his plans for future, because he's going to graduate this July, isn't it, Miguel? So have you had any idea about what you want to do after you graduate from the university?
Yes, thank you. Justo como ya mencionaron, hay una nueva visa, la visa de graduado, que me parece una oportunidad excelente para nosotros. Digo, si ya hiciste un esfuerzo increíble por llegar hasta aquí, pues sí, tu recompensa sería el poder trabajar un par de años extra aquí. Por cuestiones que no van con mis planes, yo no apliqué a la parte de placement, pero yo te lo sugiero. Te sugiero que apliques. Es una gran oportunidad porque son algunos programas que te dan para incluso seguir siendo entrenado, pero ya en una compañía. En mi caso, como ya tengo experiencia laboral y ya trabajé mucho tiempo, entonces pues ya me siento listo para seguir al siguiente paso. La universidad tiene un departamento de Career Services que son extraordinarios. Ellos te ayudan tanto porque las entrevistas de trabajo son muy diferentes a las que tenemos en México. En México estamos acostumbrados a que pasas tu CV, una entrevista y listo, pero no, aquí te dan diferentes tareas, te mandan exámenes, te mandan, por ejemplo, estás en un lugar con todos los candidatos y tienen que resolver un problema y te van a examinar a ti. Entonces, tienen simulacros para eso, tienen muchas herramientas que te recomiendo a las que te puedas acercar. Y vaya, mi plan es trabajar por un par de años, conseguir un patrocinador y si acaso poder, si es posible, seguir adelante y seguir aquí en el Reino Unido.
Thanks, Miguel. I guess you compared to the graduates in the past years. The students graduate last year and since last year have a very good opportunity because the government has given the students, graduates, the post-study visa. We call it PSW visa, which means you can stay in the UK for 2 years if you are undergraduate graduates and postgraduate graduates. And for PhD, you can stay for 3 years extra. And during those 2 or 3 years, you can do whatever you like finding a placement and even applying for formal work and get a job in the UK. And just have a lot more options for you to think about, to plan now. And I'm sure you will do well, for your future career after you graduate this July. Yeah, you will be in Bath Abbey to have your graduation ceremony later. Next, hello, can you still hear me? I can't see the screen. Let me carry on. So thank you, Miguel, for giving all your experience, sharing all your experience with our audience today. So here I also have some photos from our international students in the past webinars I want to share with the audience today as well. Here is what I mentioned, some of our events. For example, this is a market day. So market day, you can buy all sorts of, homemade or very delicious food or fresh vegetables on campus. And the building you see here is our library. So you can join us on the market day. And also we have a Freshers' Day, which is the beginning week when you arrived at the university. So you can join all the stands I mentioned from the societies, from the clubs, and you can talk to the member on campus. Normally, they will also have stands like this, on campus. And also, Miguel mentioned his activities or spare time, how he spent for his spare time. Some of our students also, they have found a part-time job. Oh, Miguel, I think you have a part-time job. You mentioned you have found a part-time job, isn't it, in your department or in your faculty?
Yes. Sí, conseguí un trabajo.
Tell us something about your part-time job. That sounds quite interesting.
Yes, of course. Creo que mencioné un poco, pero sí, conseguí un trabajo. Lo un poco complicado que tienes es que tu horario cambia mucho, está muy, muy disperso, entonces conseguí un trabajo de medio tiempo los fines de semana. Entonces, el consejo, puedes trabajar 20 horas, pero sí, yo creo que sí recomendaría que trabajaras al máximo 12, porque sí es un poco más complicado estudiar y trabajar, pero es una experiencia muy buena, creces demasiado, y si tienes el mismo miedo que yo tenía como para hablar inglés y al momento de no es lo mismo ser estudiante y hablar con tus compañeros que ya ofrecía incluso un servicio. Es un reto y te ayuda a crecer mucho.
Sounds nice. I pretend to understand, but yeah, sounds really good. You have a part-time job during your study, which I heard you can practice your English as well, isn't it? Like the students in this photo, they found they are on our social science courses, and they found a job in one of the famous restaurants in Bath. And because they're learning language related, like translation or interpreting course, so it's really good for them to be able to meet people from, from the UK, local people from the UK, and also to meet tourists from all over the world. As we mentioned, Bath is the most famous tourist city. So he can meet lots of people from different countries and practice the English or the language ability during this part-time job here. As a university student, you are allowed to work 20 hours per week during your term time. So, so you can apply for all sorts of part-time jobs. Like Miguel, he works for the university, and this student works for the city of Bath in a hotel or restaurant. And other students can apply for different sorts of work. Then this is interesting. Can you see the photo here? And this is another student. He actually applied for being extra, the actor in a movie called Doctor Who. I'm sure David will know this movie because it's so famous in the UK. They have for decades, I think. It's a TV series, Doctor Who. So they were recruiting the extra, supporting actors or actress in Bath. So they advertised this in the university. So this student applied for this role and he was selected. And this is how he went to the briefing session. And then he was in the costume. He played as a pirate. So in Doctor Who. And it was a really amazing experience for him to experience this in another country, I'm sure our students, international students, will have probably similar opportunity when you are in Bath. And some students also applied for being a volunteer in the museum, in the gallery. Like we mentioned before, we have lots of museums and galleries in the city of Bath. So these students was, I think it was a guide for a museum in Bath, this museum in Bath. Then in terms of accommodation, Miguel and I mentioned you can apply for the university accommodation. And here we give you just like an example picture of how the university accommodation look like. This is one type, which one of our students lived and took photo for his flats, university flats. Yeah, that top one, the top two. Then the bottom one on the left is the one he moved to London. So he rented a house with his friends and shared a house in London. But you can also do that in Bath if you want, stay in Bath during your course time. So, and this is how our students shared the accommodation together and cook together, have fun together. Like Miguel mentioned, you can go shopping in the supermarket to prepare for your food. You also can cook yourself and save a little bit cost of living, and have fun with your, classmates from different countries. Then that would be another interesting experience. You can mingle with all the friends. Yeah. And I'm sure, Miguel, you have made a lot of friends, amigos. Have you? I think Miguel is mute. It's mute. Don't worry. It's okay. So we move on to the last part about the placement or if you have any plans for working in the UK for extra years. And this information also is from one of our international students who did the same course as Miguel, MSc Data Science with Statistics. She joined the University of Bath in 2019, and she graduated last year because she applied for the placement year. So it was a 24-month, 2 years course for her. And she successfully got placement offer from one of the biggest energy company called EDF. It's a French company, but they also have a business around the world, including UK and other places, as you can see from the map, in Asia, in Europe, in Africa. So it's a big company, and they have a branch in the UK. So this student now is still working for EDF in the UK. And she just told me, because I kept close contact with her, and she just told me she finished his placement this last summer, 2021 summer, but the company would like to continue her contract with her. So it's a really good news, and maybe she got the opportunity to change her contract from a temporary or placement offer to a permanent contract. So they are now in discussion about so there are a lot of opportunities if you are considering, after your graduation and working for an international company or working for a UK company, or back to your country. So there's just another option for you to, a nice option for you to consider. So I hope, so I think we have spent quite a lot of time on this. I hope you all have had a good time, and I'm, welcoming for any questions if you have.
Thanks very much, Vera and Miguel. Lots and lots of information there. So thank you very much. Very detailed and really, really welcome and useful. We had some questions in the chat and the Q&A. So I mentioned we had some undergraduate students with us. We have at least 2 with us at the moment. In fact, 50% of the audience that's been on is undergraduate. So one particular question was around the undergraduate program in marketing. I copied a link to the program in the Q&A for Ivan, who was asking about this, and it includes a placement year. So Ivan was wanting to know about the marketing program. He learned on the presentation that Bath was #1 for marketing, so he's really excited about that. And he wanted to know a bit more about the program and particularly the placement year. So what kind of placements, Vera, do the team on the marketing program have? Can you give us any more detail on that?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, David. And thanks for the question. This is a really good question. Because Bath actually is really famous for our placement year for undergraduate study, especially. So normally in England for undergraduate study it's 3 years. But if you want to have a placement year, normally it's in your 3rd year. So in your 3rd year, you can take 1 year and working in a company. Normally it's a university's partner company, and you can spend 1 year there. And the last year, the 4th year, you're back to the university to finish your degree study. So in total will be 4 years. So you can choose 3 or 4 year study. If you want to do the placement year, the university, we have a dedicated career team to help our undergraduate students to first find a placement company. So if, for example, for marketing, we have a plenty of partner organizations, because we also have a postgraduate course, master's course for marketing as well. So we have a long list of our partnered companies. For example, if you want to work for the consumer goods, retail products, for branding, for marketing your brands in another country, then this could be a project for you. And also it's a real project for the partner company to they need to do this every year for, find the new markets, establish new brands. So you will be solving the problem for the company. It's the real problem. So I can give you more details later, David, after our webinar, and I will send you like the link and the video, especially for the placement for the marketing course, and the contact details if you need to get into contact with the university staff, because I'm from the postgraduate team, but I can surely link you with the undergraduate marketing
we have contact
team.
with Siobhan and others in the undergraduate team.
Yeah.
I mean, my understanding from previously being in Bath, it's like applying for a real job, but with the help, and as you said, pointing out companies that do partner with Bath for the placements. And I think it's important to say that the placement, it's an integral part of the degree. It's not like you go away and do some hours of work.
No.
In Mexico, we have these internados where you have to do a practicante, they call it, and you just have to complete a number of hours to graduate. In the case of the UK and Bath in particular, it's actually a core part of your degree. And as you said, you do a real project that's relevant both to the company, but also to the degree you're studying. So it's a really valuable, and it's a well-paid placement. You get a full salary by doing it.
Yes, I did ask one about the student I mentioned in my presentation just now who work with EDF. And she get really good pay.
Yes,
I'm quite jealous of it.
Yeah,
it's very good
at
salary.
At least graduate level salaries. So even though you're still studying, you're being paid as if you were already a graduate. So it's a really good option, and of course very relevant to the course you're studying, and puts you in a great position for later work experience, as you were talking about with Miguel earlier on with the postgraduate work visa that's available for all students. We had another detailed question from Jesus, who we're already working with. Both Ivan and Jesus are already with us. Jesus is for a postgraduate program for a master's in automotive engineering with business management, his area. And he tells us he'll be visiting Bristol for a month in March, but he'd like whilst he's in Bristol, he'd like to come across to Bath to visit. And I said we could do both a general visit, but we could also do a specific visit to the department and maybe even to academics on that program. So he sent me an email requesting that. So maybe I can liaise with you later.
Yes, definitely. Actually,
to contact relevant people to arrange the visit.
Yeah, that would be great. That's I think I'm going to talk with the associate dean at engineering school next Tuesday. So perfect. I can mention this to her, and she's very knowledgeable about everything. I'm sure she can help with us regarding the visiting, and I'm personally I would be very happy to give the tour with the students, with this students.
So I mentioned to Jesus that we can do a general tour, but then it's also if there's somebody available from the team, particularly on the master's program, who's interested.
I will talk to the academic
opportunity to speak
next
to them.
Week.
Brilliant.
No problem.
Thank you for
get
that,
back
Vera.
To you on that next week.
We'll be brilliant. We'll be in touch on that. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't think there are any more. Your presentation, both of you, is so detailed. I don't think we've got many more. Just going through here. There's no other questions specifically for either of you that I can see. So really great presentation. Thanks for all the detail and the time.
You're welcome.
I don't know if you had any final words that you wanted to share with us, either Miguel or Vera. Maybe Miguel, tell us how happy you are in Bath and how
I guess I try to figure out the negative words or positive words, but I only can hear muy bien, buenas.
It's all been good so far. He's shared very nicely, so he's obviously enjoying life in Bath. He's smiling away there. So Miguel, any final advice from you? The great thing is you had to go through quarantine and all those things last year that were in place for protecting people from COVID. Now all those restrictions have been removed, so that's great. But tell me, how is life in Bath just now, and how are things progressing? And just a final word to the people who are with us today.
Yes, actually, I went back to Mexico 2 months ago, or 1 month ago. So I compared the differences now that we have. a completely different reality here.
Mm-hmm.
They have restrictions, but they take care of the people. So it's completely different to be. I mean, you can go outside without the fear of being that fear that I felt in Mexico when I was in the pandemic. Is better. When I came, I had to be in a managed quarantine because I was in Mexico, was in the red list, and I don't know. It's like waking up from a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a very different picture now compared to when
completely
Miguel
different.
came in September, because everything is just lifted and everything is back to normal, especially on teaching learning side. Because last year, I think probably Miguel had a part of his course online, but now it's all on-campus teaching, especially for students who are coming this September, this year. Everything will be on campus teaching. On the other side, all the students, international students, when they arrive in the UK, they are eligible to register with the NHS, which is the National Healthcare System in the UK. And in Bath, at the University of Bath, we have NHS on the university site. So you can register with the clinic in the university. Then for students who, you may want to see doctors, so you can visit the university NHS clinic on site, and it's convenient. And if you want to do, for example, I'm actually ordering some like testing things. You can ordering via the NHS website. I think the government is going to probably charge later on, but that's for the like rapid test, and you can get it from the pharmacy like Boots, etc. easily. And in Bath we have a big Boots in the city center. So in terms of the seeing the doctor just in case if you need, and you can see on campus at the university. So I think that's give our international students a little bit secure sense of security. And also we have, as I mentioned, university have a dedicated team for other like student support in terms of counseling. If you have any issues, including your health problem, mental health as well, physical health, or financial issues, we have a dedicated team, a member of university staff to help our students as well. So I think we are fully available to support our students at any time.
Yes, I think that's a good point. There's lots of support available for students, both in every sense, academic and their well-being as well. So, all good. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Vera. Everybody in the chat saying thank you very much. It's getting quite late at night in the UK, so have some rest, and we'll speak to you very soon.
In the evening. Okay, take care, everyone. Stay safe. All the best. Bye.
Bye.